We're living in a new golden age of survival horror with more spooky games coming out than ever before. And many game developers try to use Unreal Engine 5 for their upcoming projects, and this makes more horrifying realistic games. So here are the new survival horror games in Unreal Engine 5 you can try in 2023 and beyond. In a post-war apocalyptic city, ordinary men can no longer remain ordinary. Adaptation is a survival must to protect your loved ones. Take responsibility and lead this change in a game with emotional storytelling. Remember, always expect the unexpected when nobody's left to back you up.
Tell me, none of you motherfuckers could find a trace of the motherfucker. Where are you, motherfucker?
Night, night.
Show me yourself.
Fucker.
Monsters wear many faces. Alan Wake returns in this survival horror game following the writer who continues to face psychological horror thrillers beyond anything imagined in his books.
So you knew Al Victim.
This is not an Unreal Engine 5 game, but we added this because Alan Wake 2 is the most anticipated game in 2023.
Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us.
We were all trapped in a horror story. The horror story wanted us dead. There's something I'm forgetting. Something important. Something's not right!
Easy now. First things first. What's your name?
Survival horror TPP in which we get to research center overrun by dinosaurs. In the Lost Wild, we have to act in hiding, sneaking behind the reptiles' backs and distracting their attention, as well as using weapons and makeshift tools to scare away the enemies. FPP action game with survival horror sim. In EL, we move through grim locations and fight with terrifying enemies. This game runs on Unreal Engine 5 technology and features polished graphics and realistic physics.
Found some sort of administrative room. It's a total mess here.
Shit. They were really rushing out of there, weren't they? Alright, head to the dome. It might be your only way down.
Blight Survival is a co-op action game with a medieval horror theme and soul-like combat. We find ourselves in a war-ravaged region and try to deal with a plague of undead and bandits. A new installment of the cult game from 2001, developed by the Team Silent Group. This remake was developed by the Polish studio Bloober team. In Silent Hill 2, we once again play James Sunderland, who sets out for the title town to find his deceased wife Mary.
I know why I needed you. But it's all over now. I don't need you anymore. I'm ready.
Instinction is an action game inspired by the cult series Dino Crisis, launched in 1999. While exploring the vast game world, we deal mainly with completing the task which pushes the plot forward. Apart from that, diverse side missions await you, and the gameplay is additionally varied by many puzzles.
I found them. After all this death, if you had the chance to do it all again,
Quantum Error is a game combining elements of FPS and survival horror. During the game, we work through Monad's headquarters attacked by an unknown enemy and face aggressive mutant people. Outbreak Island is a survival game set in a post-apocalyptic open world. The place was mysteriously contaminated, as a result of which radioactive energy spreads throughout it every night, while all the creatures living there have mutated. Our objective is to investigate the cause of the disaster.
Usually, the selection is not too diverse, but sometimes you come across real delicacies. By the way, I cook breakfast for myself. I have to improvise, but it always turns out finger-licking good. Afterwards, I drive to work. You have no idea how wonderful life is without traffic jams. There I do my routine stuff, trying my best not to get into any trouble. Finally,
Pacific Drive is a first-person survival game in which we explore the transformed terrains of the northwestern coast of the USA with our car. Our expeditions are hindered by anomalies, monsters and forces of nature, and the game is enriched by a system of car upgrades. Arc 2 is the second installment of an open-world survival game with RPG elements, combining science fiction with dinosaurs, base building and crafting. Daymare 1994 Sandcastle is a survival horror action game with third-person perspective gameplay. The player takes on the role of Dalila Reyes, a former government spy currently acting as a special agent in the services of Hades organization. A survival horror game inspired by Dark Souls, Resident Evil and Silent Hill, Wrong Dust uses Unreal Engine 5 to bring to life a creepy town filled with monsters and unsettling NPCs. Only small snippets of the gameplay have been shown so far, but Wrong Dust appears to be an open-world third-person shooter with stealth elements.
You're too late. They're all gone.
You won't make it.
A science fiction survival horror based on the Dead Space series. Negative Atmosphere takes us aboard a spaceship where an epidemic has broken out, turning humans into bloodthirsty monsters.
Evacuate sector and inform maintenance personnel.
Most people agree that eventually we'll have to leave Earth. But in Derelicts, part of humanity did leave Earth, and then you can crash land it back upon it. So alongside your friends, you'll need to work together to build what's required to survive in the twisted version of the world. Level 0 is an asymmetrical survival horror game inspired by the Alien series. The game depicts the struggles of players who take on the role of members of a space expedition or the monsters that hunt them. Deathground is a solo and co-op survival horror game that throws players into a desperate battle for survival against deadly AI dinosaurs.